Hi, PerazzoBrothersGaming here. We are here with our quick review of Sixem Sour Patch Kids. I love to buy Sour Patch Kid products, and so Ben bought this for me, and I will not pay him for it. But this game is very simple. It's a dice chucking game where you're trying to get 1 through 6, and you add it to a board. The idea is you are trying to get lines or columns of duplicate numbers, but then it has a twist of being sour or sweet. If you get a duplicated result from a previous round, you can either erase or add a mark to somebody else's board. I thought the game was okay. I feel like it's just a worse version of Tenzi for me. You have this simultaneous chucking dice portion, which is enjoyable, but then you'll get into this weird like turn thing where you go turn by turn, which I feel slows the pace down of the game a lot. Another issue we ran into is at the end of the game can get a little awkward because you're constantly crossing each other out while simultaneously trying to win. And so you end up having to threaten a win in like 3 or 4 different lines in order to actually get a line through because so many other people are crossing you out. But overall, it's an okay game. Sour Patch Kids theme is fun, but doesn't really do anything for me. Yeah.
I thought it was quite fun. It says for ages 13 and up. We think younger kids could play it. Also, make sure you keep track of what you're actually going for, because I thought I was going for red 6s and I needed orange 6s or vice versa. So anyway, but more my speed of game than some of the games they play.
Yeah. So what is there to say about this game? Overall, though, I think that this game, although simple, like it might have some strategy to it, right? Me and Alex were discussing like, well, is it better to like focus on a couple rows, or is it better just try and get as much on as possible? Because if you have 2 dice of the same number, you can only put 1 on at a time. So the game at minimum is going to take 6 turns, right? If you, I guess other people could add to your board and it could take a shorter amount of time.
That's for vertical columns. For horizontal columns, it's different.
Yeah.
Horizontal rows.
That's true. We only played 1 game of vertical so far.
We're reviewing after a single gameplay.
Yeah, one game. I didn't talk during yours. Overall, I think the game does have like this interesting piece of strategy where it's like, well, maybe it's better to focus on a couple columns or rows, right? But overall, like I struggle seeing like the applicability because you're only playing on random chance. And so it's probably best just to try and get as much down as possible and then focus on that later. But I do think the game's like okay. I think it's going to be like a solid game. I could see myself playing it 2 or 3 more times. And I do like the dice. The dice are pretty high quality. And so like we play a lot of other games that involve dice in our house, and so just having more dice in our household is going to be nice. Overall, though, I do think it's going to be 4 out of 5 stars.